Hi guys and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making a soft tortilla wrap with chicken. It's a third of the chicken that I used in my recent recipe, so this is a budget meal. And yeah, I'm going to show you how to make the tortillas from scratch. Now you can go out and buy your own tortillas, fine, but you know the way I like to do things is to make things from scratch. It's cheaper and it tastes a lot better. So let me show you very quickly how easy it is for you to make a tortilla. Making a tortilla is not rocket science, it's really very simple. I barely need to show you the measurements, but I will just show you. I'm putting half a cup of flour into a bowl, and then I'm going to add a little pinch of salt, a splash of oil. I'm just going to make one tortilla here. If you want to make more, just follow this recipe and increase it. Now I'm going to add water. Don't put too much in. We're just going to put a few tablespoons of water in there and mix it with a fork. We'll add the water. I don't use measurements for making tortillas or any of the soft flat breads that I make. It's really by sight and by feel. So just get used to it. So I've probably used about 4 tablespoons or so there. And all the flour is starting to bind together now. And then once it's bound together, we'll just take our hand and start to pull that dough together into a ball. I'll just add a little bit of flour on the top, on the worktop here, and I'll start to work that through to stretch the gluten out a little bit. So once that dough has started to form a nice, slightly sticky dough like this, I'm just going to pop that back into the bowl and leave it for 10 or 15 minutes for the flour to incorporate and soak up all the water. That there is about enough for one floured tortilla or a big tortilla. So I'll just cover that over now and pop it to the side while I make the filling. So I've taken that chicken breast, the second chicken breast. Now remember, we're making this as part of the 3 meals from 1 chicken. So this is just 1/3 of the chicken, and I'm going to pop that into the bowl here. Now if you haven't seen any of the others, pop across the channel, look at the budget meal playlist. I've got 3 tablespoons of sour cream, and that's just going to go in with the chicken. Now you could use mayonnaise, but I quite like the taste of sour cream with this. We've got 1/4 cup of desiccated or shredded coconut. Now that really makes a lovely flavour. Now I'm just going to take the juice of half a lemon and squeeze that into the mixture as well. Now these are the tin chickpeas that you can get. They're very cheap in the shops. I'm not going to use the whole tin. I'm just going to use half this tin in here. So let's just put... If you don't like chickpeas, you can always use sweet corn or something else. It's just really a bulker on here. Now I've got this absolutely delicious smoked paprika. It's only about $3 for a big bag, so we're barely using a few cents worth of that. I'm probably going to put, what is that, about 1/4 teaspoon of paprika in there, smoked paprika, and start to mix that through. And now I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, not too much. Another stir through, and I'm just going to have a taste of that and see what it's like. It's delicious, but I think I need a little extra paprika in there. So I'll just mix that through now, and I'm going to put that aside while I finish making the tortilla. Okay, so now we'll just bring that tortilla dough back over here, and that's feeling absolutely perfect. That's nice now. Now we need to pop that down onto a slightly floured side. So put a little flour down there. Okay. I'll just turn that over so we've got flour on both sides. We're looking for quite a nice round circle before we start rolling. Take your rolling pin and start turning the tortilla round. Just spin it as you turn. Now one thing you don't want to do, a good point here, a little tip, is don't roll past the end of the tortilla and pinch it out. Okay, because that way you're going to end up with a thin edge to your tortilla, and we don't want the thin edge. So what you do is you roll and stop. Turn, roll and stop. And once you get used to this, guys, it really can be done very quickly. So it's very much like a pizza base. You can almost sort of spin these things in the air. But we're going for a thickness that's not much thicker than a sort of t-shirt fabric. And towards the end we can just sort of spin that out with our hands and push it out a little thinner. Now, while we're doing this, we should have a thick based pan. If you stuck with me making the tortillas so far, we need a thick based pan which is heating up on the stove with no oil in it at all. We're just going to be cooking this in the stove as is. So I have a pan here now that's on the heat. It's a thick bottom to it and it's nice and hot. I'm going to bring the tortilla now and drop it in there. There we go. And just push that out nice and round. Careful you don't burn yourself. Now we're just going to leave that to seal on that side. Shouldn't take more than a few minutes just to get a little bit of a crust forming on that one side. And as it's cooking, you can just sort of push it down slightly and turn it as it goes. We don't want to overcook this because we're looking for a very soft tortilla. Now after about a minute, I'm just pushing that down, I'm just going to flip this tortilla over onto the other side. You see on this side we've got little brown dimples starting to appear. As the opposite side of this tortilla starts just to toast off, we're making a little crust on both sides, and when we flip it one more time at the end, we should get lots of nice little air bubbles appearing. Okay, that's been on now for about another minute that side. I'm going to turn it over. See, we've got the lovely little blisters, and straight away you can see the air pocket starting to form, which shows us the tortilla's cooked all the way through. You see that's puffing up like a little balloon, and we're just going to push the air back down and force. There we go, you can force the air through the tortilla. It's coming up like a great big balloon now. It's absolutely delicious. That's pretty much cooked, guys. I don't want to pop it. Turn the heat off now. We're going to take that over onto the side and put that down to cool. And there is our soft tortilla on the plate. I'm just going to take now a little bit of fresh salad, pop that down in the middle there. You only have to go across the center, guys, because we're rolling this up. And then some of our chicken mix, I'm just going to try and evenly spread that across, move that out of the way, in a line across there like that. And then what we're going to do is fold that over, like so, to the halfway mark. I'll just show you on the side. And then we're just going to pinch that and roll that tortilla over nice and tight, like so. Okay, and then we're just going to take a nice cut across at a steep 45-degree angle. And there you have our floured tortilla. We just serve that. We serve that on a plate like that. That is going to be absolutely delicious, guys, as is. Now before I tuck in, guys, I just want to show you how beautiful that looks, and I can assure you that is going to taste absolutely delicious. I'm the lucky guy who gets to taste this. This is the mix we've got left over. We could make at least another 3 or 4 of these. I've just been reliably informed by my wife, just like any men, this is getting better as it gets older. Now let's put this tortilla to the test. That is delicious. Guys, I really hope you'll give the homemade tortilla a test, because these are much nicer than if you buy them, but if you want to get them from the supermarket, it's absolutely fine. It's a quick and easy meal. It's not difficult. So there you have it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and comments down below. That's the 3rd budget meal from one chicken. So a $3 chicken has made all those 3 meals. Get over to the channel, have a look at the other 2 meals if you haven't already. And thanks for watching. Be good. I'll see you in the next video. Hi and welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today we're going to be making an absolutely delicious cheddar cheese dip. This is really very simple to make, and it's absolutely gorgeous. As you know, this is part of our daily dips that we've been making. We've made a dip every day for this week, so it's going to be 7 dips in total. Thanks for watching. I'll put some links down below to the other dips, or maybe at the end of the video.